Donald Trump built his political career on the promise of draining the swamp. He vowed to expose and eradicate corruption both at home and abroad. A cornerstone of his rhetoric involved claims of foreign leaders misusing U.S. taxpayer dollars. He argued that American aid money, intended for development and humanitarian assistance, was being siphoned off by corrupt officials. Trump specifically targeted what he called globalist elites, accusing them of enriching themselves at the expense of hardworking Americans. His supporters cheered these pronouncements, finding resonance in his populist message. However, critics argue that Trump's actions often contradicted his fiery rhetoric. They point to his administration's decision to halt enforcement of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, or FCPA, as evidence of hypocrisy. The FCPA was designed to prevent American companies from bribing foreign officials. By easing its enforcement, critics argue, Trump opened the door to the very corruption he pledged to combat. One of the most intriguing allegations leveled by the Trump administration centered around North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. According to reports, U.S. intelligence agencies believe that Kim secretly holds assets within the United States. The exact nature and value of these assets remain shrouded in secrecy. Some speculate that these assets could include real estate, stocks, or even gold reserves. The existence of such assets, if confirmed, would raise serious questions about the effectiveness of U.S. sanctions against North Korea. It would also suggest a level of financial savvy and global reach that belies the North Korean regime's isolated image. Adding another layer to the intrigue is the situation of North Korean workers in the United States. While their presence is not widely known, a small number of North Koreans are legally employed in the U.S., primarily in blue-collar jobs. However, concerns have been raised about these workers' wages. Reports suggest that a significant portion of their earnings is sent back to North Korea, effectively funding the regime. The United States Agency for International Development, or USAID, has long been instrumental in delivering aid to developing nations. However, the agency has also faced persistent criticism for its handling of funds, particularly in countries with high levels of corruption. Critics argue that USAID has often failed to implement adequate safeguards, allowing corrupt officials to divert aid money for personal gain. Afghanistan stands as a stark example. Despite billions of dollars in aid poured into the country, corruption remains rampant. A significant portion of U.S. funds is believed to have been lost to fraudulent contracts, ghost employees, and outright theft. Similar concerns have been raised about USAID's operations in other countries, including Ukraine, Honduras, South